Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine. I'm Catherine, and it's time for sketch number 4 in the Creative Memories January 2024 virtual prop. I am going to be working with our Leave Nothing Behind collection for this sketch, and this one is a fun one. I did a little bit more, so I can't wait to show you what pages I picked and what we're going to be working on with this collection. I also did use this collection for the journey sticks that I have behind my back here. The video is on my YouTube channel if you're interested in seeing how I put those together as well. But there we go, I got things switched over. I do have my 13 by 13 cutting mat I'm going to be working on for this layout because I am going to be running some borders down through the page, and I wanted to make sure I got them spaced out. And I will hold up my sketch so that way if you'd like to get a screenshot of my measurements, you can. I'm going to be working on the same base page on both sides. It's the one with the water looking map, and it has the stars on the back side of the page. Let me get that straightened out here. All right. And I did coordinate in with a lot of mats from a companion paper. It was most of my mats are coming from this, but that has kind of the canyon look on the back. But I also do have several mats from the mat pack as well, and I will talk you through those as we go along. But first, I went ahead and put some repositionable tape on my river waves here. I'm going to run it through the 6 first, going up the page here, or down if you will. So this is our River Waves border make. I'm sorry, not border maker. This is our border punch, the River Waves border punch, and I punched 6 of these from our Starry Night Shimmer paper, and I just thought it went really well with the colors on this page overall. So I'm going ahead and I'm laying the first one at 6. I'm laying the second one at 2.5 from the right side of the page here, and I'm going to lay this other one from the, what would it be, 1, 2.5 would be 9.5 at the top, or use your 2.5 at the bottom. So you can use your measurements either at the top or the bottom of your mat, but you can see how quick and easy that helped me put those down. All right, so I had more than one pack of this paper, so I was able to take an extra 1" by 12" strip that I'm going to run through the center of the page. Probably left over from when I did all the journey sticks, go figure. And then I even had a couple of classes where people got to make journey sticks, which was also fun. So that 1" I just centered through the 6" basically. It's a 1" strip, so you're going a 1/2 inch above and below to get that centered on your page, and it is going over the river waves. And then we're going to add our canoe wave border that I punched this one from Hot Fudge cardstock. And I'm going to center this one as well if I can get it to cooperate with me. I feel like something shifted, but that's okay. I can pick it up. Here we go. All right, that's definitely crooked. Okay, so there's our Canoe Wave border maker cartridge. So the River Waves is one of our decorative border punches, and the Canoe Wave chain is a border maker cartridge. You do need the border maker system to use the Canoe Wave chain, and the River Waves is a standalone punch. All right, so now I've also pre-cut my mats. I have 4x4. I have a couple of those. I did do slightly larger than what's on the layout. As usual, that's kind of what I do. This one is a 4x6 from your mat pack. Backside has the kind of a rope look almost on it, woven look. And this one is a 4x6 from that same paper. That's kind of going to look like it's actually, we'll probably wind up covering up the part of that canoe a little more. And then this one is half of a journal box. You'll see the other half on the other side of the page. This was one of our 4x6 journal mats. So I want to get some tape on all of these, and then we'll get them onto our page. The sketch did use a lot of much smaller photos, and I can kind of see you do take up, I guess, if you will, a little bit more of the page with the photos by using slightly larger mats, of course, but I like using larger photos, so it works for me. If you want to follow and do slightly smaller, you know what? It's your page. More power to you. Do what works for you. Oops. All right, let me straighten this back out a little bit. Hopefully I didn't put that other one on crooked. There we go. And then just kind of running center through our border here, and we'll run kind of center through our border at the top as well. And you can pull out your zero centering ruler if you want, but I am not. And this one I am going to run opposite the way the lines are going on the page. I know, but I could still journal here, or I can add a photo and just not worry about the lines showing at the top and the bottom. Because this paper has so many lines on it, it's going to work out. And then I also pulled out one of our embellishments. This one says explore more. I am going to grab my foam tape this time because I want it to run across the embellishment a little bit, and kind of trying to conserve some of my foam squares a little bit. It seems like we don't have as many, so I'm trying to be a little more conservative with them ish, I guess. Okay, I took too much of that, so this will go back on here for the next thing, and this can go here. Okay, there we go. And so our explore more is going up here, and I just like that it brought in our blue colors from our papers here. So this is the left side of the page again. Let me bring in the right side of the page, and we're going to do this all over again. I can see all out there watching. You're just being quiet. And that's okay. So you can see I have another embellishment. I have a couple more mats. This is the other half of the mat that was on the opposite page. Our canoe and our river waves. So now I need to add the repositionable tape. And we're just going to go ahead and go in the same place where we did with the other side of the page. We're going to go at the 6 and add the 2.5s. I hope I have I'm just ever so slightly off, but actually it wasn't enough to really make a difference where I placed my river wave, so I'm going to go with it, and it should be fine. So 2.5 at the top here is right up here, so I can get that in between here. Bring that down to my 9.5. And now we'll do the same thing on the other side here. So our base design is the same, but our mats and other parts of our layout are different to add interest to both sides of our page overall. There we go. That's the third one there. And then I'm going to get my 1-inch strip again and my Canoe Wave border maker here. Oops, I just finished the tape runner. Get that changed out real quick. I kind of had a feeling that was coming, so I already have my replacement here. Just need to line up the wheels and put it back in, and we're back in business already. There we go. Okay. So my paper's still straight, so I'm going to go ahead at the 5.5 and 6.5, running the 6 through the middle, going across my mat here, and then I'm going to center my Canoe Wave border maker chain border maker border. Goodness gracious, as well. There we go. Okay, and I know I mentioned in the other video, yes, I had to take a Benadryl. I had an allergic reaction to the tape, apparently, that was used for my sleep study last night. So, suffering a little bit, but I wanted to get these sketches done for you all, so we're getting them done. This one is one of our 6.5 by 4.5 mats. Backside has the water and the trees. This is another 4.5 by 6.5 mat that has the canyons on the back. And like I said, the half of the 4 by 6 mat that I cut in half on my trimmer is right there as well. And then this last one from the designer paper with the canyons on the back is a 4 by 6 as well. So larger than what the sketch calls for, but I do like the larger photos, so that's what I'm going with. If you like smaller photos, go with those. This almost looks like where it almost has like a ribbon running through the middle of our pieces with having that river waves going down the page. Very pleasant. I know that my photos will pop on my page once I get them on, and all will be good. And then we also had this really cute canoe embellishment in our embellishment pack as well. So now I can actually pull out that extra little piece that I'd taken off of my foam tape and just use that up right away. So we'll be paddling up this way on our page, kind of aiming that direction. And that is it. Can you believe it? I got it done. That didn't take very long at all, or at least didn't feel like it did. So let me get things cleaned up and cleared off here a moment so I can show you both pages side by side. And I'll get the sketch back out to show you as well. All right. So there are my 2 pages side by side here. And this is the sketch for this one. I did make note of my borders and what paper I used on there and the extra strip, and then these were all the mats. So this one does have, I mean, this left side had 5 on this one, but they were all 3 by 4s. And then it had 3 on this one, but we had 2 4 by 6 and 1 3 by 4. And I thought, let's make it a little bit bigger. So I still fit 5 on this side. I did go with the 4 by 4s here and the 3 by 4 here, but we were still able to get 2 4 by 6s. And I think it worked out nicely. If you think it worked out nicely as well, hit the thumbs up or leave me a comment. Thank you so much for watching and bearing with me as I'm having this allergic reaction. It's getting better. It is definitely getting better. I will be back with you all next month for next month's Creative Memories Virtual Crop. Don't forget about the tracker that I showed you in with the first sketch. Until next time.